What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to share with you what I'm going to be working on in the future and who I'm going to be helping. And so I'm going to be helping young men improve their lives, and I'm going to help them do that to start their journey towards success. And my fundamental belief is that to start your journey to success, you need to start working on yourself. You need to turn yourself into somebody who's able to create success. I know that successful people pass down usually more successful children, right? And the reason that happens is not because they were born with money and so their parents give them money and voila, they go multiply it. The reason that successful people become more successful through their kids is because they pass down education, they pass down beliefs, they pass down values. And I think that if I pass down beliefs and values and thinking and strategies and ideas that I learned from studying billionaires, top performers, highly successful people, I believe that I can help more people, and I'm helping young men specifically because why? I'm a young man. And 2 years ago, I was 20 years old and I had no idea what the hell to do with my life. I just knew I wanted to make more money and become greater, and that I had more potential, and that I wanted to do things that also helped not only me, but my family as well. And so I didn't know where to start. And so I figured today, when I was talking to a man at the car wash, and he was working and he saw my car and he's, telling me, dude, that's my dream car. I really want to be able to get that one day and whatever. And I'm like, dude, you can do literally anything you want to. You just have to decide that you can, set some goals, start working on them, and then start working on yourself to become the person capable of achieving those goals. You can literally have anything. And I don't have everything in the world, but I know it to be true that you can go from nothing to anything you want. How do I know that's true? Because when I read autobiographies and I study billionaires and these, Henry Ford and these Edisons and these different people that have come from nothing or come from below nothing, right? Like you have someone such as Oprah, who came from being, a 12-year-old, being raped and molested, growing up in a terrible environment, having a kid or getting pregnant, but then having her kid die, going from nothing to what she is today. And you have these people that go from below 0 to 1,000, and you have these people that start at 0 and go to 1,000. And it's like, how is that possible for some people and not possible for others? Is it because they're born with something that we don't have? And the answer to that question is absolutely not. So many people think you need to have rich parents or need to have proper schooling or these types of different things to become successful, and it's just not true. And one needs to look no further than studying billionaires, than reading these autobiographies of people who started with 0 and ended up as insane, world-changing people that they are today. Granted, you don't have to become a billionaire who changes the world in massive ways. You just have to become somebody who changes the world of your family, of your bloodline, of yourself. That's what you have to do. And to do that, you need to work on yourself, on your mindset, on your self-improvement, on your intelligence, on your skill set, on the things you build, on the value you bring to the table for yourself and others around you. Right? You become valuable to other people by building yourself up. And so you can be selfish by pouring into yourself all the time, daily, right? Becoming more and more useful and valuable to other people around you. You can and must become selflessly selfish, is what I call it. Okay, selflessly selfish. And the reason I call it that is because if you want to help others in the best way you possibly can, you need to pour into yourself. Therefore, you need to put yourself first, and then you'll be able to help those other people to the best extent you can. If you're pouring from an empty cup because you've never poured into it, if you're pouring from an empty cup to all the people around you, putting their needs before yours, then you'll be able to serve them, sure. But you'll be able to serve them in a terrible way. And I'll give you an example. If you like to help the homeless, right, and you like passing out blankets to people who don't have them, if you just go every single day and you scrounge up some change, you get a blanket, you go give it to somebody every single day, and that's all you can do because you work a normal job, you don't make that much money, and so the most you can do is help one person a day. And it's good. You do help one person a day, you really do, right? But now just imagine if I gave you $10 million, or if I gave you a set of skills, a business to create $10 million per year. Imagine how many homeless people you could give blankets to now, right? But you can never become the person making $10 million a year unless you work on yourself. And therefore, you might not go hand out blankets for a few days, a few months, a few years, right? But then on that 3rd, that 5th, that 10th year, you'll be able to help thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. Whereas before you poured into yourself, you could not help more than one person a day. And so you need to become selfless, okay? Pour into yourself, put yourself first, and then you'll be able to help people to the best extent you can. That's yourself, your family, your partner, random people, right? People across the world that will never even know you exist, but you're helping them because you donate. And so I'm going to teach young men how to start the journey towards success, how to start self-developing, right? Because it's a set of habits, and it's a thing anyone can do, right? 2 years ago, like I said, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I felt hopeless. I felt confused. I felt angry a lot, right? And I've worked on all these different things, like feeling angry, right? I had no confidence. I had crazy anxiety, and I've killed those things off. I had depression, or what other people around me called depression. I would always say, this is bullshit. I don't have depression. Depression is not real, I would always say, which, true or not, that belief helped me, And even if I did accept that it was real, I decided that I would kill it. I decided that I would kill depression, and for myself, I did do that. I don't take any drugs, right? What I do is eat good. I work out good. I meditate good. I sleep good, right? I work on my intelligence. I apply knowledge. So I build skills, and with those skills, I serve myself and other people. That's what I do over and over and over and over and over. And it kills your depression, but it also builds you up, and it also moves you towards your goals. And I can teach this to anybody. Anyone can do this. Like, I had no special talent or special skills or things that I was natural at, as a baby, or as a 10-year-old, or as a 15-year-old, or as a 20-year-old, right? I stumbled into Think and Grow Rich. I started watching podcasts. I started working on myself. Like I said, I started working with my habits and my mindset. That's the main thing you're going to work on first, is your habits and your mindset. And the reason you're going to work on your habits and your mindset is because you become your habits, okay? You are, or your life today is a lagging measure of your habits, the things you repeat every single day, right? And so if you can just adopt one new habit, like reading 20 minutes a day, you can completely shift the trajectory of your life. I think in Atomic Habits by James Clear, he says, it's much more important to focus on what your trajectory is than where you are today. My mentor, Tom Bilyeu, he says, you can't tell where somebody's going to be by where they are today, right? You can't look at someone today and then just think and just write them off as someone who's just not going to make it. Because if you looked at me just 2 years ago, you would think exactly that. He doesn't do anything. He just plays games. He snowboards. He smokes a lot of weed and doesn't really have anything going for him. He has no direction. There's no hope for this person, right? And I would have agreed with you, right? I would have been like, yeah, I don't do anything, right? I wasn't even interesting to myself. I wasn't that happy, right? Happy being an emotion, so happy is fleeting, but I wasn't fulfilled, right? I felt a sense of emptiness in my life, which I'm sure many of you can relate to. I felt a sense of purposelessness. I didn't know what to do or why I was here. I would ask my own mom that, why am I here? I would sit at my own desk, slamming it, asking myself, why am I here? What am I doing? What is this? And in that state, I felt not good about life and about myself and about people around me and about my skills. I didn't even know you could build skills or even what a skill was. And so when I have problems such as not being able to speak to other people, that was one of my main problems. I couldn't communicate to other people. I had bad people skills. But the thing is, when you're in a fixed mindset, you don't believe people skills are a thing you can build. And so it's like, well, damn, I have no people skills and I can't build any skills. And so I'm fucked for the rest of my life. I can't get to talk to people or build connections with people. That's really damaging for a person to believe that. But that is how so many of us go through life. We believe that we have certain skills. We are born with them. You're naturally gifted at them. If you don't have them, you're fucked. And you're going to live like this and die like this. Bad at your people skills. Bad at your business skills. Bad at your math skills. Right? People say it all the time. I'm bad with numbers. Right? I'm bad with remembering names. And it's just not true. Those are skills you build. But because you keep saying you're bad at them and you keep believing that you're bad at them and that you can't build them, you never try, you never practice, and therefore you stay bad at them. And so your words become your beliefs, and your beliefs become self-fulfilling, right? Unconsciously, you act towards not ever remembering anyone's name, not ever practicing math, and so you stay bad at it. And so what happens is your mindset is producing results in your life, and those results are becoming evidence that you are those things. You're bad at math. See, another day, I can't do any math. See, another day, I can't remember any names. See, another day, I can't make any money. Another day, I can't fucking talk to people. I can't push through challenges. I'm a failure, right? It's all these just stupid shit. It's just useless beliefs, and those beliefs are creating your reality. And I'll tell you something. There's a fact that I heard that is absolutely insane, and it's this. Your zip code is the number one predictor of your success. People's in this country, number one predictor of success is their zip code, who they will be in the future. How is that possible? It's because of mindset. It is because you adopt a mindset from the people around you and from how you grow up and the experiences you interpret, wrong or right. You adopt this mindset, and people around you jam it fucking into you because everyone around you thinks like you, right? The people in the hood think like the people in the hood. The people in middle class think like the people in middle class. The people in the rich, wealthy neighborhoods think like rich, wealthy people. And it's like, well, what the fuck, right? How is it possible that where I'm born is where I end up? And how can I change that, right? And you can change that by surrounding yourself with new people, with new beliefs that are more effective at getting you what you want, right? Like if you want to build a business, get around people who are building businesses. They have different beliefs than people who've never done it. If you want to build a healthy body and a fit body, get around people who have done that. Go to the gym, right? For businesses, go to entrepreneur events. Start watching podcasts. Start getting new beliefs and ideas from people who are extremely successful at the things that you want to do. And you'll start taking those things, those new beliefs, and those beliefs will translate into behaviors, and those behaviors on a long timeline, so repeated over many, many days. Remember, we go back to habits. Those behaviors repeated on a long timeline, a year, 2 years, 5 years, right, will produce new results. Those new results will become your life. And so again, you are a lagging measure of your habits. Your habits and your decisions are a lagging measure of your mindset. And so you need to work on mindset, because mindset changes your behaviors automatically. I decided like 2 years ago now that if I just adopt the thinking of a billionaire, adopt the thinking of highly successful people, then I'll just start to become that way, because my behaviors will follow my thinking. My thinking is dictating my behaviors right now, right? Everything you do, even the clothes you put on, is all dictated by what's in your head, and that all came from mostly people around you. Like, you're not you until you reevaluate your beliefs and your values. And so if you never sat down and decided, what do I believe, right? And then wrote them out and then said, why do I believe this? Where did I learn this? Who told me this? Is this even true? Even if it is true, is it useful for my goals? What are my goals? Right? Like, this is mindset. It's all skills in your head. Like, if you don't have goals, have a vision for the life you want to live and the person you want to become, and you don't have any idea what you believe or what you value or why you believe and value those things, you have all this unconscious stuff basically holding you back, because you have all these terrible beliefs from people around you, right? And so until you've recreated those things and recreated yourself, basically, you haven't created the person that you are today. Someone else did. Right? If you've never sat down and written out your values, you're living somebody else's values or a big group of people's values, right? And so the life you live right now is not the life you need to be living or you want to be living. And you know that. Like, we all know that. If you're not living exactly how you want it and getting your dreams and your goals, you are not living the life you want to live. Therefore, you're not the person you want to be. And you need to stop denying that you're not that person, right? Like, people are always like, oh, I don't need to be rich. Like, oh, I don't need a better relationship. This one's all right. It's like, why settle? Why settle in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, in your happiness, in where you live? Why settle? What are you doing? Right? You get one life. You might as well max out your potential, and your potential becomes greater when you get around people with greater, bigger mindsets. Get around people, as I like to say, get around people who break your thinking and who push you to upgrade yours, right? Who break your thinking and push you to upgrade yours. Like, they're like, no, don't think like that. Think like this. It's so much better. It's so much more effective. You're so much happier, right? It's so much nicer to think the gym's not hard to go to. It's just something you do. Failure is not a bad thing. It's just something that comes with success. It's so much nicer to believe those things. Poor people believe that if you fail, you're a failure and you suck and stop trying. You look dumb. Stop trying, right? They believe the gym's hard to go to, so they don't do it. They believe hard work is something you avoid, so they don't do it, right? Successful people believe hard work is amazing. Hard work is where the fulfillment's at, right? So I say all that to say, I'm going to help young men develop successful beliefs, successful mindsets, because on a long timeline, those successful beliefs translate into behaviors, and those behaviors translate into results. Those results translate into two things. Number one, they translate into evidence, that evidence that tells you you are a fucking successful person, right? And the evidence also becomes the life that you live, because those are your results. And so if you can build your mindset, build your skill set, apply that skill set to get results, to create things, to solve problems, then you become intrinsically, automatically valuable to other people just by being, as I said earlier, selfishly selfless, by working on yourself. By working on yourself. As you work on yourself and pursue your own goals and solve your own problems, you become intrinsically valuable to other people, and they will pay you. They will pay you, especially if you do content, you create things and you put them online to the world. They will pay you in their time. They'll pay you in their energy, their focus, or their attention, and they will pay you in money, of course. Right? So I'm going to help young men do that, because that men today inspired me, because I was like, how do I start? How did I start? Right? How could I tell this guy to start? Like, if he wants a car like mine, or he wants any success or results like mine, or to be not depressed like me, or like I used to be, or wants to build confidence, like, how do you start? And how you start is building your mindset and your habits. And so I'm going to help you build mindset and habits. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you very soon. I'm having a fucking blast making content, of course. So please have a great night. Peace out.